match got away? How do you feel about it?
Look, I'm just a little bit disappointed. You know, we started first 10 minutes or so, we're into it, and we just let them get away from us a bit. And then I thought in the second half they came out and scored that first try, and you know we got down to work, you know, and we got back into the game, and it would have been nice to have been like that for 80 minutes because I think our boys are 80-minute players, and we know we are. Not a lot of other people know that, but we know we're 80-minute players, and we were looking forward to having that sort of second half for the whole 80 minutes because we know we can play that. So it's just disappointing. I think missed a couple of opportunities early on. I think we didn't carry the ball. You know, we talk about trying to get to 4 or 5 phases and allowing our players to then get on the front foot, and we didn't get there in the first half. Yeah, disappointed for that.
In pre-season, you said you're trying to become like a more rounded team. Do you think where you're at with that project after a month of footy?
Yeah, I think we're going well. I think we probably threw the ball away a bit today in some close quarters, especially around the sidelines. You know, we just need to carry into those, resource the ruck and carry hard again. We're a little bit loose at times, but that's part of the learning process. You know, it doesn't matter what business you're in. You know, learning is about taking a few steps forward and then maybe one back, learning from that and going again. And I think we'll learn. When the game was there today, we just got a bit loose with the ball. We'll learn from that.
How tough was that loss after last week, like 2 wins in a row? What about Caliber? You guys were pretty tough to Swire that you were so close.
Yeah, it is. It is. But you know, we've got to take the lessons from there. And what did we do in the second half that got us the points on the board? And where did we miss in the first? And you know, there's a couple of, you know, chasing the game. I think we put away a couple of aimless kicks there when we were a little bit down. It would have been nice to carry those and see if we could ask them to make some tackles after 5 or 6 phases. We'll learn from that.
When the game got unstructured, quite at the depth there, probably inevitable with the heat. Did you feel that was your best chance?
Well, I think, you know, I'm not saying it's our best chance, but we play that well. You know, I think our best chance is hanging on to the ball and going through the phases. That's our best chance. If we can't do that, then yeah, the game goes a little bit open and unstructured. That suits us as well. But the way we're playing and the way we're geared up to play, carrying the ball hard through our forwards, getting across the gain line, getting some front foot ball and sending our backs away, you know, on the front foot is probably the way. That's probably going to be our number one avenue for attack.
What's changed since the win over the Crusaders internally? Has anything changed in the group?
No, I think, you know, we're on the road and we travel. You know, we just got to get used to these things. Remember, you know, we talk about this team because of the potential they have and how they go, and guys like, you know, Melly, you know, when they get out on the field, they show extraordinary talent. We forget they're in their first year of professionalism, you know, so travelling's a big one for us, and I thought we travelled well. You know, we said when we went to Moana, we travelled well. You know, but we're learning about that as well. And we've got a short turnaround into Dunedin now, so we'll have another learning this week about how we prepare for that.
Melly, people often say of the Drua that stay with them for 60 minutes and then you can open them up and run away and score tries. Is that a point you guys are out to prove that you're an 80-minute team and that's wrong?
Yeah, I can say we are 80-minute team, but it start all as the first half. We just need to maintain our focus, and that's something we are lack of. But big learning for us this week will be taking it in for preparation next week. Yeah, it's hard to take it in this week that we fall short, but good learning experience for us.
Thanks, George. Good question. Look, we're just working through those processes. We have to be better. We help with the staff going up, all that sort of stuff. We lost another player to a HIA today. It was a fairly solid hit to the head. I think it'd be, that was disappointing. He's a tough man, and he doesn't get knocked out for nothing. So it was disappointing, and that means we've lost him now for 12 days. So HIA is here to stay, and so it should be. We've got to look after our players, but I'd like to think that, if we lose a player to HIA, it's worth having a look at why.
Who was that, sorry?
Ronnie Sauer. I'll have a look myself, so I'm just a little bit upset at the moment. I'll have a good look at myself.
You don't think he was?
No, he's definitely HIA. No, he is definitely HIA, and everybody did a good thing.
Yeah.
Brought him off, player welfare, took him off. He was definitely HIA. But we're losing a player for 12 days. And he wasn't the only one in the collision.
What about those overall, what about that bigger issue of language and accessibility, things like that? Are those concerns being addressed?
Yep, yeah, and look, part of it's on us as well. I think the day we went there was, I'm not sure the doctor was a rugby doctor, and was sort of an awareness thing, and we didn't do as well as we could have done, but we've certainly addressed that now and sending people up to be part of that HIA, and that can help the player. So yeah, it's just one of those things, but it is important to address it. I think Melly speaks great English, but when you talk very fast, even out on the field, we had a scrum today where we wanted to pack in at number 8, and he was trying to explain to the ref that he's allowed to pack in at number 8, and the ref told him he's not allowed to, and made him pack on the side of the scrum. So those conversations, when they happen in the heat of battle, that's our challenge. So we've got to learn. We will learn and we will get better, but that happens in the heat of battle. And our player can't sit there and debate it because it's happening in English and it's happening fast. It's in the heat of the battle. Would have been nice to be able to say, hang on a minute, no, we're allowed to pack in at 8.
That was when you had the yellow card, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can the referee justify not allowing you to pack a number 8?
No, that's a question
That's
for
a
someone
question
else.
you ask.
He asked that question. But look,
Okay.
we're not here.
Yeah.
We're not here whinging about this, by the way.
I realise that. I just...
The question was asked about how are we dealing with translation. Well, that's just another example of how we have to learn and get better. But in the heat of battle, it's a difficult one because Melly will sit here and he'll answer your questions in English. But if you're going to have a to and fro like me, it's not. He's brilliant. But in the heat of battle, sometimes it's nice to at least get the law right.
How frustrating was that for you, Melly?
Very frustrating, but especially with the call. So we were there to play, and if we stop the game, then it will be stopped. Then we don't know what we're gonna do or get another penalty for us. But it's a learning process. Then we're gonna look through at it again and be better.
That's on us. We're going to work on that as well internally. Got to help these guys. I'm just so proud of how hard they've worked over the 12 months. To become professional rugby players off the island, where they did nothing for 12 months before they became professional rugby players, and the work they've done, and how hard they train, and how hard they try. It'd be nice to not get bogged down in these little areas, but that's just our learning. That's up to me, and I take responsibility for that.
We've got some appealing home games in Suva coming up. Looking forward to those games. The players look forward to those home ground.
Yeah, we are. It's good to be able to go home at night during the week, and come and have your home fans there. Our fans are awesome. I think we saw last week. It's because it means so much to them. When they come from their village, it's a day trip. It's not an easy exercise for them on a lot of occasions, but they make it with passion, and we're trying to work very hard to make it as easy as we can for them. But when they turn up, and we're really looking forward to our next home game when we get back home after the Highlanders.
With the Reds in Sue, you'd like to come very close twice at Suncorp, nearly running over the top of you. You'd like to think that'd be a nice fight on it.
Well, the thing about the Reds is they've got so much. They play a brand of footy that's a bit similar to us. You know, they like to throw it around. They like to back themselves. They've got a couple of boys there that like to pick and go hard and challenge you. They were missing a couple of their key players today, so you know that was full credit to them. They turned up and did a good job. But yeah, we're looking forward to playing every team over there, especially the feeling that they get when they walk off the plane. That's a really good feeling for us.